Class A.
255.0.0.0.
Class B.
255.
255.255.0.0. Okay, so 255 means what in subnet mask? Network bits or host bits?
Network bits.
Network
bits. And 0 means what?
host bit.
Host bit. So
Host
in
bit.
class A, how many network bits?
One network bits.
1.
8.
8 network bits. And how many host bits?
24.
24. In class B, how many network bits?
16.
16.
And how many host bits?
16.
16.
In class C, how many network bits?
24.
24.
And how many host bits?
8.
8.
8 host bits.
Yes.
Okay, very good. Private and public, how many classes we have?
In
Public.
private three
In private we have
classes
5 and
and in
private.
public 5 classes.
In public we have 5 and private we have 3 classes. Sir.
Private, we are having 3 classes. Which classes are used for
3 classes.
unicast?
Class D.
Class A, Class B, Class C.
Unicast or
Unicast.
unicast? Class A, Class B, Class C, sir.
All
Class D.
classes in private are unicast.
Multicast, which one?
Class D.
Class
Class
D,
D.
sir.
And experiment research purpose, which one is research?
Class C.
Class C. Your IPv4, how many bits address it is? IPv4 address, how many bits?
32
32
bits.
4 octet.
4 of
1 octet equals
4
to
octet.
8 bits.
8.
what we are using to separate 1 octet.
What?
Very good. Okay. So today we are basically discussing about the CMD, the command prompt.
So what confusion is there, sir?
Tell me.
Sir, I know the subset marks is I know, but what is subnet, sir?
Subnetting is different. Subnetting is it is basically used for dividing network using subnets.
Means
So big
dividing
network
it-
gets
Okay.
dividing one big network and
Okay.
creating smaller networks. This is what we are called
Okay, that is different. That is different, na?
That is different.
Okay.
Okay, everyone, all of you can see.
Subnet marks is what? It default marks or what?
These are default subnet masks. 255, 255, all this.
Matlab, this is fixed.
Fixed subnet mask.
Okay. And subnetting. Okay.
Okay, command prompt, all of you. This command prompt, it is found everywhere in Windows operating system. Whether you are using Windows XP or Windows 7 or Windows 8 or Windows 10, in all these operating systems of Windows, you will get this CMD command prompt. So today we are basically discussing about this command prompt and how exactly you can use this command prompt in network. What exactly you need to know in order to perform your networking related functions. Okay. This is what exactly we are discussing over here. We have to cover three concepts today. Okay, so do it fast.
Sir, CMD not present in other operating system like
Command.
Linux
This
and
is the application what is found in Windows operating system. In Linux
Only-
also we have it, but the application name is different. It's called terminal.
Okay.
This particular environment is found in whichever operating system. Okay, whatever operating system you are using, always you will get this type of environment. Okay, in Windows we are having this application called command prompt. So anyways, you guys have made the heading.
Yes, sir.
All of you done? Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
So CMD, right? CMD stands for command. CMD stands for command or command prompt or command prompt. Full stop. It is a text-based text-based application available in Windows operating system by which the system can be managed in command line interface environment. Full stop. Command line interface environment. Full stop. Paragraph change. The most useful commands in networking are as follows. Then point number 1. Point number 1. Ping. P-I-N-G, ping. Okay, so I'm writing it in the CLI, everyone. Over here, this is your command prompt. Over here, I'm writing it. Simply just note down these informations. All of you can see properly.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So first of all, ping stands for packet internet gropper. Okay. This command basically we are using first. So I'm having the screenshots available. If you want, you can simply just take the screenshots. In that way, you don't have to spend so much time writing about it. This is a CMD stream screenshots I'm having. So let me just show you the screenshots. Okay, everyone, can you see?
Yes, sir.
So the first command, what exactly we are using is this, the ping command. Okay, stands for packet internet cropper. Basically, it is used for this type of purposes, like for troubleshooting network connection related issues. Now, the troubleshoot means when you are having a problem, okay, in a network, always we use it to identify what is the problem and how do you fix it. Okay, this is what we call troubleshooting. So network connection related issues. Anytime, suppose your internet is not working, suppose you cannot reach or you cannot communicate to other machine. Okay, this is the what we call troubleshooting, and this is the troubleshooting. It is simply just finding the problem, what exactly is the problem, and okay, so providing solutions to that. So ping command, always we use it most of the time. Okay, we are using ping commands in order to verify that where exactly is the problem and how exactly we can solve it. So as you can see, okay, the definition of ping, all of you can see properly, right? What exactly the definition says? The
Used to
definition says
troubleshooting network connection related issues.
connection related issues. So can you see the usage of that command? I basically typed the ping command, and after that I have given one address. Can you identify this address?
127.0.0.1.
Yes.
Class A, sir. Class B, sir. Class B.
No. Which address is this? 127.0.0.1?
Loop back.
Is a loopback
IP
address.
version 4, sir.
Loop back address.
IP version 4.
Yes. Yes. So basically you can see that ping is used to check whether one network host is able to communicate with another network host or not. Okay. So whether your machine can communicate to another machine or not, this is what you can use. Okay, for that. So always we are using this ping command for that. Okay. So 127, like what, when I pinged at the time, you can see that I'm getting reply over here. This is the 4 replies. You can see packets sent 4, received 4. Okay. So when you were seeing that sent is 4, received 4, lost is 0% loss, it means successful communication is going on. Okay, means your machine can communicate with another machine. Okay, when you see reply messages. But when you cannot reply, okay, or you cannot get the reply properly, this is when always you will see that over here 100% loss is there. Okay, always you will see that. Now we can use this, okay, either the IP address we can use or the name like www.google.com. so here I'm pinging the Google server, the web server of Google. Okay, www. So basically you can see that this particular thing is not working because it basically depends on DNS, everyone. If you are using a DNS server like domain name server, then you can ping using names. Okay, I didn't have DNS server, that is why exactly I was getting this particular error message. But in your system, you will get the reply. Getting my point? You can simply just type www.youtube.com or facebook.com or twitter.com, like that. You can type using the name and you can use ping command. You will see you are getting replies. Understood? For example, let me just show you over here that if you type ping command and if you say www.google.com, can you see replies coming?
Yes, sir.
Send is 4,
Yes, sir.
received is 4. Now, but this is an IPv6 address. Can you see this address? It is not IPv4. It's an IPv6 address. It's a long address. Okay. But you are getting the idea that you are reaching, because lost is 0% loss means 100% success. You are receiving all the 4 packets. Okay. So similar like that, you can ping like facebook.com. Okay. So if you see that you cannot reach Facebook, okay, you can simply just ping. And you can see that Facebook also is using IPv6 address and they are basically giving you replies. Okay. So always either using name, you can do that, or using IP address. Okay. If you know the IP address directly, for example, if you know the Google's IPv4 address or IPv6 address, you can simply just do that. Okay, do that thing over there. So in both cases, you can see 0% loss, 0% loss means I can communicate on internet, any machine I can communicate because I have connectivity. Okay, this is what exactly you are doing over here. Okay, so if you see that you cannot, like what you are not getting the result using this www.google.com, it simply means that your DNS server is not working. Okay, because DNS server is provided by your ISP, internet service provider. So whichever ISP's connection you are using, that service provider will be providing you that. So if your DNS server is not working, this is when you get this type of error messages. And when your DNS server is working, this is when you get this message. Always you'll get replies. Okay, so by doing that, we can simply identify that to which machine we can communicate, to which machine we cannot communicate. Now this is another command, everyone. Okay, ipconfig. All of you have taken the screenshot of this?
Sir,
Everyone,
Yes, sir.
sir, there is a doubt.
tell me.
Sir, we can ping other than 127.0.0.1 IP address. We can
Yes,
ping with that.
yes, any IP address you can ping, but make sure that IP belongs to a machine. The machine should be there. If you don't have a machine, like what, with that IP, then you will not get a reply. Getting my point?
Okay. Okay, sir.
Your machine must have an IP address, and the machine to whom you are pinging, that machine also must have an IP address. You should know the IP address of the machine you are pinging. Okay, so
No,
right now we
for-
know www.google.com. This is a web server of Google. It is online on internet, and that is how I'm getting the reply. As you can see, I'm getting reply over here because this server is online. If the server is not online, then we'll not be getting reply. Over here, we'll be getting 100% loss. Getting my point?
Yes, sir.
This is what the server, the machine must be on. It must have an IP address. Okay, if it is not having an IP address on the network, then you cannot communicate to that machine, because without IP address, we cannot communicate. Okay. Now, everyone,
Sir, you
tell me.
call that server ISP
DNS
ISP.
server.
That is provided by the ISP.
Yes, it is provided by the ISPs only. Your DNS server, it is provided by your ISP. When you take internet connection, तुम्हारा जो ISP है वही तुम्हें DNS सर्वर देगा. ठीक है, जैसे कि ये देखो, मैं कम्युनिकेट कैसे कर पा रहा हूँ, क्योंकि ये जो IP एड्रेस है ना, ये IPv6 का एड्रेस है, ये मेरा DNS सर्वर मुझे दे रहा है, इसलिए मैं कम्युनिकेट कर पा रहा हूँ. गेटिंग माय पॉइंट?
ओके. तो सर वो DNS सर्वर वो प्रोवाइड करेंगे ISP?
हाँ, वो ऑटोमेटिक वो तुम्हें मिल जाएगा. जब इंटरनेट कनेक्शन लेते हो तो वो ऑटोमेटिक प्रोवाइड कर देते हैं. ठीक है.
हेलो सर.
हाँ, टेल मी.
सर मैंने वो टाइप किया था www.google.com, तो वो दिखा दे रहा है कि प्लीज चेक द नेम एंड ट्राई अगेन, ऐसे दिखा रहा है सर.
इसका मतलब तुम्हारा DNS सर्वर नहीं काम नहीं कर रहा है, इसका यही मतलब है. ठीक है, डायरेक्टली अगर तुम क्या हॉटस्पॉट यूज कर रहे हो क्या?
हाँ,
हॉटस्पॉट से नहीं होगा.
मतलब उसको,
हाँ, हॉटस्पॉट से नहीं होगा, क्योंकि हॉटस्पॉट वो प्राइवेट नेटवर्क पे होता है. तुम्हारा जो कनेक्शन है ISP से अगर डायरेक्टली आता है ना, जैसे कि ISP का जो केबल आता है, इंटरनेट केबल, वो अगर है तुम्हारे पास तो वो डायरेक्टली कनेक्ट कर दो, वो तुम्हें मिल जाएगा रिप्लाई, ऐसा रिप्लाई आ जाएगा. ठीक है. हॉटस्पॉट क्योंकि प्राइवेट नेटवर्क होता है ना, वो पैन टाइप के नेटवर्क होते हैं, वो स्मॉल नेटवर्क होते हैं, उतना बड़ा रेंज भी नहीं होता. ठीक है, तो उसी वजह से ये जो नेम DNS सर्वर जो होते हैं वो काम नहीं करते हॉटस्पॉट पे. Okay, anyways, we are having this second command, everyone, ipconfig. This is the most used commands. Okay, you can see it is used to quickly identify, quickly finding the IP configuration of a Windows-based system. Tell me.
So I tried it from the hotspot. I'm getting reply.
You are getting the reply.
Yes.
That is okay.
From Wi-Fi and
See, it depends on the ISP. Okay, it depends on the ISP. If you are getting the reply, it means you are like what using your ISP is giving you the DNS server address. Most ISPs, they don't give the DNS server address in their hotspot. Okay, for example, when you are turning it on, you don't get the DNS server information. So because it's a private network what you are creating, okay, that is why there is some problem. So anyways, if you are getting the reply, it means it is working, your DNS server is working fine. If you are not getting, simply just connect your ISP, okay, the internet cable directly into your machine, you will get the reply anyways. Okay, everyone, this is the next command, ipconfig. Okay, you type ipconfig and you press enter. You will be able to see your IP configuration on your Windows system. Okay, like what IP address your machine is having, what is the subnet mask of it, what is the DNS server. Okay, like this type of information you can see it with this command. So this command is having a lot of switches, everyone. Couple of switches are there. Switches means parameters, like this parameter /all. If you use /all, then you get additional, means detailed information of your IP configuration. Okay, in your Windows system, /all command, when you give ipconfig space /all, you will get to know the details. Okay, the detailed information about your IP configurations. Just type this command and give /all. It will give you that information. Okay, so IP configuration always is there when we are connecting our devices in a network. Always IP configuration, subnet mask, gateway configuration, DNS server configuration, all these things, always it is there. If you want to find out all these informations, simply just give ipconfig /all, detailed information, you will get it. Okay, now the next slide, everyone, we're having the next slide. This is our next slide about ipconfig. So you can see this is ipconfig /all, displays additional detailed information about IP configuration of a Windows-based machine. Okay, these two commands, okay, these are two switches. These are switches, we call it switches, release and renew. These two commands basically are used in DHCP. DHCP, you remember, all of you? Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol. NTCP, UDP, port numbers, we discussed about it. This release and renew command means if you want to remove your IP address from your system, you can basically do that. Use the release command for this. Okay, /release always removes whatever IP your machine is using. It releases that, but always it is available in DHCP. Okay, not in anything else. So when you get a dynamic IP, this is when release command works. Okay, if you are not getting dynamic IP, this release renew will not work. Okay, this commands will not work. So it renews the IP configuration information of a Windows based system. Okay, so these things you will get to know when we discuss about DHCP. Okay,
हेलो
yes, tell me.
सर, मतलब फिजिकल एड्रेस में आईपी एड्रेस,
फिजिकल एड्रेस नहीं, वो लॉजिकल एड्रेस है। ये लॉजिकल एड्रेस के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं ना। फिजिकल एड्रेस तो मैक एड्रेस होता है, वो तुम्हारा
नहीं,
मैक एड्रेसिंग इंफॉर्मेशन भी तुम्हें दिखाई पड़ जाएगा अगर /all ये यूज करते हो, राइट। सो फिजिकल एड्रेस तुम्हें मैक एड्रेस वो दिखाई पड़ेगा क्योंकि वो डिटेल्ड इंफॉर्मेशन तुम्हें शो करेगा सिस्टम का।
हाँ, ओके,
ठीक है, release and renew, these are the two commands what you can use in DHCP to release your IP from your system and to renew the IP configuration. Okay, what exactly is this renew and all these things, you will understand it in the next concept. We are discussing it today, DHCP. Flush DNS, basically it is related to DNS, domain name system, everyone. Every single machine, it is using this memory, it is called DNS cache. Okay, whatever name we are typing, like facebook.com, google.com, all these names, IP address, okay, name to IP address, it is stored in this DNS cache memory. It says like what very small temporary memory which is found in the system, and this flush DNS command, it clears that DNS cache memory. Okay, so every single information what exactly is there in this memory, it is cleared, it is removed. Okay, so flush DNS command, we always use it when we are having DNS related issues. Okay, we can use it with the ipconfig command. So this particular thing, what you were seeing, right? Let me just, okay. So this is your ipconfig. This is your ipconfig/all. This is your ipconfig/release, ipconfig/renew, ipconfig/flash DNS. All of you can see the highlights. I have highlighted over here. Can you guys see?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
These are all ipconfigs. Okay, everything is coming from ipconfig only. Okay, and these are all the parameters. These are called switches. Okay, it's called switches.
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Tell me.
Sir, we can get a new DNS, sir.
You can get a new DNS. That is from your ISP. You can get it, na? It is provided by your internet service provider. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes.
DNS server information always you get it from your ISP. If you are making it, if you are making a DNS server, then you will provide it. Okay.
Okay, sir. We can create DNS server, sir.
Yes, yes, you can create DNS server. You can also create.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay, everyone. So this is your ipconfig commands. Next command is getmac. Okay, so we are discussing about this particular thing now. So getmac command is basically used or like what in order to find MAC addressing information of your Windows based system. Okay. So MAC address means your permanent address. If you want to find out that how many number of like the MAC address of my machine, you can simply just type this getMAC command and press enter. Okay, you will be getting the MAC addressing information. So it is important to know your machine's MAC address, to know your machine's IP address, what is the subnet mask it is using. getMAC command basically gives you only the MAC addressing information. Okay, because MAC address is found in the NIC. Okay, when you are having NIC, network interface card, this network interface card is having the MAC address. So if you, let's say that you have 2 network interface card, okay, or 4 network interface card. So all these 4 network interface card information, MAC addressing information, you will be getting it over here. Okay, so use the getMAC command in order to do that. This is very just one simple command. Press enter after writing getMAC, and that's it. You are getting it. The next command, what we are having, everyone, this is your ARP. Stands for address resolution protocol. Okay, basically every single IP address to MAC address, this is what exactly we are doing the mapping. Okay, mapping means IP address to map, like what MAC address mapping. You can see the example of this in the next screenshot, but you will be getting the idea that how exactly the system's IP address is getting mapped to a MAC address. There is a table called ARP table. What exactly maintains this information? This ARP command has a lots of switches. These are -A switch. Okay, ARP-A. Basically, it displays all the ARP entries, means all the IP address to MAC address informations in this ARP table. Okay, ARP-A is a very common, like what commonly used, like what I can say, switch, you can say. Okay, and ARP-A always we are using it in order to find out that which particular IP address is mapped to a MAC address. Okay, which machine's IP belongs to which machine's MAC address. This is what exactly we are using. So ARP is basically used for what? Network, like connection troubleshooting related issues. If you are unable to reach any network, okay, device, then you can basically use this table in order to find out that whether the IP address to MAC, that mapping is there or not. If it is not there, you cannot reach. If it is there, you can reach, like that. Okay, so this ARP command example is coming up in the next slide, everyone. Simply just take the screenshot of this. All of you taken?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let me just close this. This is your third one. So this is what you are having, everyone. ARP switches. Okay. So as you can see, this is your ARP protocol, what we are using. The ARP. -A, -G, -V, -D, -S, all this you can utilize it. Okay, over here you are having the description of it. Okay, this is the description. Which particular like switch does what function? It basically it is given over here. You can read it and you can I like what understand it. But this is what exactly you are having. This you can see that this is an IP address. And this is the MAC address. Okay, this is what we call mapping, IP address to MAC address. And this particular mapping is there in the ARP table. Okay, so when you give ARP-A command, this is when exactly you get to see all these IP address and physical address mapping in this table. Okay, the system always like what maintains this ARP table in order to communicate to other system. Okay, so ARP-A command always it gives you that information. Okay, so more advanced things about ARP you will come to know in the advanced networking module. But right now, just remember that this table, it contains this IP address and this particular MAC address information over here. Okay, so IP address to MAC. What is my like system's IP address and what is my MAC? Okay, MAC address. This mapping is there, and this is what is found in the table, ARP table. Then we are having this command, everyone. This is your command.